Welcome to the Radar Talk show. Today we are interviewing Mr. Joseph Kleindienst, Chairman of Kleindienst Group, to give us more details about the Seahorse floating villa project that considered as one of its kind worldwide. Thank you, Mr. Joseph, for hosting us today.
Thank you.
Moving to the questions, let's start with the first one. Tell us, why did you choose to build this project in UAE?
We are building our project within the master community of the world. It's a 300 islands project developed by Nakil, and for us the vision, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed's vision for this project, to create a touristic destination where countries bring their best ideas, innovation, and islands are built in Maldives style, is on the same level as the vision to build Jebel Ali port or the vision to bring Emirates airline to Dubai. And we all have witnessed how successful Sheikh Mohammed's and the ruler's visions has become. We calculate that UAE has a demand for around 200,000 touristic properties in designated touristic areas, and the world is the first purely touristic area here in Dubai. And we are proud to be the first big developer to start our project.
Will the resident be able to see clearly underwater?
When we took the first floating seahorse to its location between Germany Island and Sweden Island, the visibility was around 1.5 meters. We established around its location a coral nursery. Corals are filtering the water, and corals are sitting on artificial reefs, and these reefs are stopping the current to mix sand from the seabed of the ocean into the water. Now you have a visibility up to 4 meters already, and after completing our project with a surface of around 2 million square feet of artificial coral reefs, we expect that the visibility will be between 8 and 10 meters.
Where has the coral have been imported from?
The corals in our project are from Dubai. The situation of the Gulf in regards of water temperature and salinity doesn't allow to import corals from outside the Gulf.
Is there any other purpose for the coral view other than the aesthetic reasons?
Also, corals are the mother of the sea. If you look at a hamur, for example, and under the first floating seahorse there are 50 to 60 hamurs living already. These fish, the bigger fish, they feed from smaller fish. Smaller fish are feeding from corals. So corals is the big, and hamur, we are the one who is...
You're protecting me.
We want the hamur. Yeah. So therefore, you need the coral for smaller fish, for bigger fish, and at the end of the food chain, it's us. And without corals, there would not be a fish.
Great. What is the size of these villas, and how many levels are there?
There are 3 levels, and we have 2 different types. The Floating Seahorse Pure and the Floating Seahorse Tsar Edition cover 3,100 square feet, 3 levels. The Floating Seahorse Signature Edition, 4,000 square feet with 4 rooms, and this very special furniture in the Signature Edition allows to use each room as a bedroom and as a living room. Actually, 4 rooms will give you 8 solutions, 8 rooms.
Great. How do you manage stability and water pressure underwater?
Also, science and marine engineers and naval architects have been working for months and thousands of hours to engineer the floating seahorse in a way that it sits stable in the water. We have many visitors coming to the floating seahorse and believing it sits on the seabed, not floating in the water because it's that stable. It was important to engineer and build it in a way that we cannot feel the movement. Of course there's a movement, but the movement is so little and so slow that we cannot feel the movement. The reason why we are confident that it's safe and sound is on one side our own engineering work, but also Dubai or UAE government's approval and TASNIF's, also the Arabic classification authority, who was involved in the project from beginning, approving the drawings, approving the materials, still approving the process, how the underwater glazing has been produced, installed, approving even small details like the material which is holding the underwater glazing to the steel hull.
How are basic needs such as electricity and water available at Tutanot?
So right now we are producing electricity and water in the Heart of Europe project, independent from DIVA, but we are building up a hybrid system with own electricity from generators and from solar, and the system is ready to connect with DIVA as soon as DIVA is connecting the world islands itself.
Great. How will tenants will be able to travel to and from the floating horses?
So the floating seahorses are touristic luxury units. So we don't expect people to use them as a residential property, to live there permanent, because then they would be permanent on vacation. You have three different options: to come per boat, come per helicopter, or per seaplane. Per boat, we expect the main transportation to happen through RTA vessels. We have signed an MOU with RTA to provide us water taxis, water passes, and water ferries.
Regarding maintenance, how much will the maintenance cost?
We have calculated that the maintenance per square feet doesn't cost more than 20 dirham per year, because there is no surrounding infrastructure to be calculated for maintenance. If you look at the villa, you have parks, roads, bridges, and so on. This unit sits in the sea, and the majority of maintenance actually is underwater cleaning with divers. So our divers are going 2 times to clean the underwater windows, a total of around 250 square feet of underwater glazing or acrylic, and 1 time a week they are cleaning the hull.
Great. What are the smart homes technology utilized in the floating seahorse?
So you will be able to use through your mobile phone everything what is connected to electricity. You open the door, the AC, curtains, television, sound system. Actually everything what needs electricity is connected to the home automation system, is connected to your mobile via app.
What is the role of TASNIF in this project?
So TASNIF is for the user, for the investor, for the tourist, the quality control and guarantee that this product is safe.
Where else are you planning to build the floating seahorse?
So actually we have requests from many countries, from developers in many countries, to bring the floating seahorse to Maldives, Seychelles, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, even Norway. And we had an interesting request from an investor from one country. He wanted to buy the floating seahorse exclusive for his country, but we had to decline. It's a child of Dubai. It's built in Dubai. It has been developed here, and it belongs here.
Great, it belongs here. How many villas have you built so far, and what are the total numbers villas you are planning to build?
Our project has space for 131 floating seahorse, 3 different types, and we have appointed different boat builders to produce all of them and deliver all of them during 2016 and 2017.
Do you face any challenges, especially as the current property market is unstable?
It's if you look at a car, you have a car for the for the week, like from your home you go to your work, and if you have enough money available and you want to spend it, you have a different car for the weekend. This can be a Porsche, this can be a Bentley or a Ferrari. Now, right now, the normal car price goes down, but the luxury and the weekend car, the special car price doesn't go down. And you can compare us with this market. We are a product for tourist holiday homes. We are a luxury product, and we are not a residential property. So therefore, we are not linked to the residential property market, and it always goes with supply and demand. Every city which has been developed over a certain period of time develops around the city holiday home areas, weekend home areas. For example, my city, Vienna, has more than 100,000 holiday homes around the city. So Dubai and UAE needs around, as per our calculation, 200,000 holiday homes. And we are the first one building them. So demand 200,000, we supply 4,000. So others need to supply another 196,000 to meet the demand.
Great. Mr. Joseph, thank you for your time, and thank you for this interesting information about this interesting and impressive project.
Thank you very much.